lines are open, so please call now if you have a question or if you'd like to share your experiences. And as we're waiting, I'm going to respond to some of your emails. I am light brown skinned. I have natural hair and I really want to weave. What type and style of weave would be better for me? Cecilia?
Okay, this client is light brown skin and she has natural hair. I think for a person like that who wants to go for a transition of weave, I probably would recommend something a little bit closer to natural, maybe a little kinky, curly kind of look, something that would not take her too far apart if she wants to keep her hair natural. Whether she wants to have her entire hair weaved or whether she wants to have the weave blended into her hair, but we would recommend something probably with a looser curl, but similar to what her natural hair may look like, so that the transition may not be too far apart.
Okay. Here's another question. I think my hair is thinning and I want to change my hairstyle. What should I do? I want a new hairstyle for my birthday, which is on the 26th of November.
Thinning hair always deserves investigation as to why the hair is thinning, because she may want to change her hairstyle that might involve chemical relaxing or coloring. One of the things that I may recommend is that this client seek for proper consultation to find out if at that point in time it might be best to probably chemically relax the hair. If the hair is thinning, then I probably would not even recommend braiding that hair or even weaving that hair with too much traction. So I think the best choice for this client may be to investigate why the hair is thinning and have the hair treated before thinking about making any drastic move with that hair.
Okay, Simeon here has one. I have dreads. What can be done to make it look different?
Well, with the dreads, we could, in-house, we have a lady, Twissy here, as hairstylist, and you could get a nice shave after. Depends on the texture of beard, the facial hair. If you want a straight line design, or you want to keep a goatee, as we say, with the moustache nicely done.
But you're talking a lot about the facial hair. I mean, if they're talking about their locks,
The
so
locks
how can they make the locks look different?
They could twist it in lock and give it a nice style.
What'd you say, Cecilia?
Yeah, I think that works because with dreadlocks, the person might probably want to keep the length of locks. It could also be trimmed and tapered, because sometimes you have the locks growing out of proportion. So I guess in the barber shop, it can be locked in. It can be tapered into a particular shape, whether they want to have everything falling blunt or whether they want to create nice soft layers for that locks. I think today with natural hairstyling, there is so much that you can do where locks is concerned.
Why is it that locks have come in different colors? Because I always, do they have a natural dye? I'm just asking, because I've seen, people wear their locks and, they look natural, but the colors are different. Do they do something to make it that color? Or
in some cases, some people color their locks, but then remember, locks is the accumulation of dead hair that has shed. So you find as the hair sheds, because it is dead hair that has shed, it means that there is a depigmentation, that the cuticle scales in the locks are open because of the porosity, that water is breaking some of the color molecule in that hair, causing the hair to lose color over time. In some cases, depending on the treatments that the client may be maintaining their hair at home.
Okay.
A lot of the Rastafarians who work in construction think the chemical from the cement and thing, they always like bring the hair an extra yellowish color. That is
exposure to seawater
to the sun and the seawater.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. Here's a question. People say that the Bible tells you not to mark your hair. Is that true? Anyone can answer that? Have you heard that, Samuel?
Well, I don't know what scripture they get that one from, but that's the first.
I have heard that. I have heard that, but I believe that God made us beautifully and wonderfully made, but He also gave us the inspiration to be able to enhance our natural beauty as long as we don't go over the top. So I encourage people as much as possible to be able to, if it's going to enhance your beauty, if it's going to make you look worse than you are, don't. But if it's going to enhance your beauty, then why not?
It's a cleanliness, it's
yes.
godliness, so I strongly believe
exactly. I think a well-groomed, well-groomed individual has a better place in this world because, I mean, if I were to approach a person on any tie, I think the way you package yourself It's the way I'm going to receive you. So I believe a well-groomed person is always more favored than a person who is not. I'm sorry, that's just the way the world is.
Okay, here's another one. If you have a shortcut and want to grow your hair, what should you do? Let's look at the man's side. Let's say here's a man, he has short hair, but he wants to grow it. How would you advise him to start growing it?
Well, the growing of the hair, it takes a lot of patience to really grow the hair out. And you have to use the proper products. Always keep that hair clean and nice, wash it. You could mark it off and on, but keep it, you know, when it growing, just be in such a way it is look really messy. It look out of place. So you could come in, we mark it up and on for you, give it a little shape. We don't really cut the hair. Just a few marking, make it look better. So you could keep that hair and let it grow.
But I would say less men are actually wanting to grow their hair, unless they want to grow it into locks, I suppose. Yeah. And how would a man begin to start growing his hair if he wants to have it locked?
Well, they often plait it first for a couple of months maybe, and then have someone interlock it for them.
Okay. All right. Cecilia, how would, if you're talking to a lady, she has a shortcut, she wants to grow her hair, what would you advise?
Well, I think the look always has to be tapered. If you want to grow it, remember hair grows at different lengths in different areas of the hair. So you want to grow it, you really don't want to cut it all the time, but you want to make sure that it maintains a proper hairstyle where, you know, it is acceptable that you can style it at the end of the day.
What does tapered mean?
Tapered simply means that you're basically grooming it, if I should say so. So you're grooming the edges, making sure that you don't have hair, you know, flyaway hair or hair that's growing shaggy in different lengths where it does not look appropriate for styling, but at the same time not cutting too much of the hair, because at the end of the day, the goal is to really grow that hair.
Okay, all right, thank you for that. This is Dolor Factor Live. When we come back, we're going to be choosing a lucky winner for the giveaways. And actually, I have something here. I just chose this today from A.F. Valmore, and I just thought I want to give it away to someone, and I thought I'd give it to the first caller after the break. Let's see if I do that. This is Dolor Factor Live, of course, DBS. We'll be right back.